welcome. Hold on. Chat, we're still loading. Alright, there we go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, everyone in the stream. Yes, we are pretty tired. How are we doing today? Hopefully we're all doing good. Also, welcome Loco, welcome Skittle, and hello there, Kai. I know you're there. But yeah, hey Lou, gonna half lurk in the shadow, drawing some emoji ideas that I may draw and color in MS Paint later. Oh, that's sick. Nice. Let us know how that goes. I don't check the Discord as much as, because I've been so busy, I haven't been able to check Discord as much lately. I see you guys have been posting arts and stuff though. Love the Halloween donut, I gotta say, looks really good. But yeah, it's been quite a busy past few weeks. I think we'll chill for a bit before playing any games. As I was saying though, I'll give some updates on. I have some mini updates on our YouTube channel and Twitch as well, because I think I should probably give this out. But before I do, I gotta tell you guys about this disappointing salad. Yeah, I did like it. It's really awesome. I much appreciate it. How can I not like it? Come on. How can I not like it? But yeah, real quick on the salad, it was horrible. I was at work today and I have 2 breaks. All right, let me tell you guys, I have 2 breaks. One I take almost 2 to 3 hours into my shift, and then after another 3 to 4 hours, I take my second break. I ended up driving to the local grocery store, right? Local cup, and I wanted, hey, you know what? I'm trying to eat healthier and get ready for, I don't know, something. And so I wanted a salad from Cub, right? EW Healthy Donuts. Well, I tried, and I scrambled, spending all of my break time driving to the store and looking for a salad. I could not find it for like 5 to 10 minutes. I was getting stressed because I was running out of, I can only have like a half-hour break. I was getting stressed and I was panicking. I looked around. I finally find this rink-a-dink tiny ass salad, right? And it barely had any meat in there. There was basically a few pieces of shredded bacon that was clumped up together, and some like bologna. That's all it was. I was so disappointed. I was like, fuck, I need something else besides what's there. It was just those pieces of meat, a little bit of tomatoes, and some like brie or blue cheese. All right. I bought some extra chicken, like shredded chicken on the side to add to the salad. I brought it back to my workplace and I realized, oh shit, I can't eat it because my break is now over. By the time this took so long that by the time I got home, got back to my work, I couldn't eat it. And I was like, fuck, okay, I'll just set this in my car. I'll go work for the next 3 to 4 hours, which was very, very long, and I was very, very hungry, and I'll come back to it. So next break happens. I'm starving. I'm like, I want to eat this. It looks like garbage, but it's something. I gotta eat it, right? I was thinking about going to the store again, a different store, and buying something else that's more reliable. But I was like, no, I need the salad. It's healthy for me. I gotta eat it. I take a bite, and oh my god, it was the most disgusting salad I've ever eaten before. I took a bite, and there was a bit of the cheese in there, like blue cheese. I think that cheese was rotten because it tasted like a stale and disgusting Play-Doh, and it ruined the whole salad. I'm sorry for laughing. No, it's okay. I'm glad that you find this funny. I've never been so pissed off about a salad before. I took so long to find a salad just to get probably the worst salad I've ever had in my life, and it was so expensive. It's actually so horrible. It was disgusting. It was so expensive too. The salad itself must have been at least like $7+ bucks. Hi Flair, welcome to the stream. You can hear our salad story. A $7 salad for a tiny portion. It's like not even the size of my fist. my little tiny donut hands, and it was so disgusting. I didn't even finish it. I just ate the chicken that was in there, and the chicken, it wasn't even that great either, and I threw out all of it away. I was so disappointed, so sad. I went back to work, and I was like, I'm still fucking hungry. This is not, my stomach is rumbling, and I had to finish work. I couldn't go back out. I didn't have the time to drive and get new food. My workplace was not that close to anywhere it's not healthy to eat, and so I just continued working. I was so grumpy and upset. I wanted to go home, and I got home. I still haven't eaten anything yet. I'm still hungry. Miss Torque is cooking some food, so I might get some yogurt to quench my stomach. It's actually so horrible. It's okay. Go eat something. I'll get it in a bit. What was so horrible? A salad. I got a salad from a store, and it was disgusting and also expensive. Don't get Cub salads. I've never been so disappointed because I don't know how you mess up. I don't know how you mess up something so simple. It's just how much? It was like $7 American dollars. It's a salad. It's just lettuce, cheese, meat. If you're feeling like good, some avocado and like tomatoes. You can't mess that up. I thought to myself, there's no way you can mess up a salad. I was proven so sorely wrong. It was the second time this week this has happened. A few days ago, I went to the gas station and I bought a salad. It's like, you can't mess up a salad, right? At a gas station. A second time. No, this was earlier, right? This is earlier in the week. I had gas station salad, and it was, 1, super expensive, and 2, somehow still disgusting. The dressing tasted like pure vinegar. All right, if you ever had vinegar, it was just super savory and not in the best way possible. It was so bad too, and there was nothing in there. It was just a few pieces of meat, barely any meat, by the way, like chicken, and it just had some dressing and tomato. Not even chopped up tomatoes. At least when I got a Cub, it chopped up the tomatoes and diced them up. The tomatoes I had at this gas station were whole cherry tomatoes, and I had to squish it. And I was like, this is not worth it. I also threw it away. And I'm so sad because I didn't even have anything good. It's just so bare bones, and I was so disappointed. I've had one good salad my entire life, and that was where I was at a Top Golf, and they sell actually some really delicious salad. And I was just like, how do they fuck this up? How do people fuck this up? I'm gonna go to my local gas station, buy a salad. Don't. It's not worth it. It's not. It's just gonna taste disgusting. Okay, that's messed up. It was very messed up, and I'm very disappointed. Anyways, transgressions and disappointment aside, you let me know if it tastes good or bad. I think we can probably play some Darkwood. If not, maybe we'll just chill. I'm pretty tired. Oh yeah, I have channel updates. I'll probably let you guys know that too. Blue said maximum bad luck, and ready-made salad is so bad. Ready-made salad is not ready-made. It's so bad. It's so bad. Don't get a salad if it's been pre-made. If you can get a fresh salad and they make it in front of your face, that's actually pretty nice. That's usually pretty good. If you get like, oh, it's been packaged and sitting there for a while, it's probably really bad. The cheese has probably gone bad. The lettuce is probably not even crunchy or fresh. The meat is definitely cold and soggy or shriveled up. It's not good. It'll never be good. You know what? I probably do need to grab like a snack. I'll grab like a protein bar or something. I don't have long bots. Hey, Torque. My niece says hi. Well, tell your niece I say hi back. Hello. Hi. Is Cake there? I'll say hi, Ayla. We used to live with Cake and her sister. Tell them I said hi. Or get a restaurant salad. A restaurant salad is a maybe. Some restaurants make good salads, some restaurants don't, I will say. Because most of the time when you get a salad, people don't care. Most people never order salads, right? Because, it's a healthy food, it doesn't taste good. I don't know why I did that in a British accent. I guess I hate British people. I'm sorry. Skittle, you're British, I'm sorry. But it's one of those things where most people don't put thought into a salad. So when you actually go to get one and you order one, it usually isn't that great either. Because obviously no one's thinking about eating a salad on a Monday evening. So, I don't know. It's a mix-up. this golf place I used to work at a long time ago had a really good salad. I used to order it a lot because it was like half off when I used to work there. You get a 50% discount when you work there, and it's actually really delicious. I kind of miss it now. I wish I had that, but sadly the place is super far away from my workplace, and I don't have time to drive over there and grab one. That's just a person like salad that much, really, so I can understand that. See, I was exactly the same. I usually don't eat salads. I also think they're kind of meh. And as a kid, I always thought I just always ate salads forever. But then I started eating them more, and I actually have some cravings for some salads, especially since when you're trying to diet. It sounds cheesy, right? But salads are healthy for you. It's just, and if you have a good salad, it's just actually delicious. I think most times people don't have good salads, and if you get a salad, literally, like I say, at school or you have it as a kid, most of the times it's not fresh and it's not good, and I think that like kind of sours your experience. But if you have a genuinely fresh and genuinely good salad, I think you'd be like, yo, this is kind of good actually. I like salads. Okay, some people like salads. I know most people don't. Pun not intended. Speaking of which, I need to get some food. I want to grab a protein bar. Hold on. I'll be right back 1 second, chat. Keep talking. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, the times I do get a salad, I make the salad myself. That's a wise choice. If you get to make it and you pick your ingredients, it's gonna be a good salad. I think I do recommend if you make any salads, you should make it yourself, 100%. I don't like ranch or Thousand Island dressing. I like vinegar red. It depends. Ranch is actually mid. I like ranch. I'm not really picky. I don't like condiments like ketchup and mustard. But like if you put it in my food and I don't realize it, I'm like, all right, it's fine. I can manage. For me, I don't really care what's in my like dressing for salads, as long as it suits whatever ingredients are also in there. To me, it just has to be a good quality. I am always of the fact that anything is good as long as the quality of it is great. I'm not really too much like, I'm not gonna try this, not like that. I used to never like fish, but I've had some. But I used to have when I had really good fish, or like just gotten used to the quality of fish we had. Then I was like, oh, okay, this is good, you know. Because obviously you can have bad of anything, even like your favorite food. You've ever had a bad steak? I love steak. Have you ever had a bad steak? It's traumatizing, you know. For ranch options are non-existent. Yeah, I'm really picky when it comes to salads from restaurants and ready-made salads. I'd rather have one make myself. Yeah. I don't think I've ever made a salad myself, to be honest, but I think I might have to start doing it after like what I experienced today. We have some food now, though. Miss Torque cooked up some chicken and pork and onions and mushroom stir fry. Mm. Mm. Honestly, it tastes real good. Yeah, we're finally eating now. One of the things I also really appreciate is that pork. Okay. Pork is one of the best meats out there. I used to think beef was my favorite, and then maybe chicken. But the more I eat pork, I'm like, man, pork is one of the best foods for literally like the fat contents to like meat. It's just the most flavorful. You get the most flavor and the most like possibilities out of pork. I just love it so much. Chicken is like, okay, it's cool, but usually chicken's like, it's easy to mess up. And also, if you cook chicken and it's juicy, right, and you have enough seasoning on it, I still think it's disgusting. It feels like, I mean, because I've eaten so much chicken when I used to try to like eat healthier and bulk up, that I just get so tired of it. I know there's a time in my life where all I ate was chicken and some broccoli, and it's disgusting. I think it traumatized me, honestly. But I've never had a bad experience with pork. Even if I got food poisoning from pork, I always loved it. Like, you can make a pork stir fry, you can make pork chops, you can have a pork belly. Oh, it's so good. You can have sausages. Don't tell me chicken sausages and beef sausages are better than pork sausages. You can't tell me that they're better than pork. Ranch isn't nasty nor mid. Ranch is banished. Okay. You guys eat ranch or pizza? I want to ask this because apparently ranch or pizza is a common thing. I've tried it. It's not my number one thing I dip it with, but like, ranch or pizza is very common, especially in the Midwest. If we're in the Midwest, every like branch that we have, they sell it. I sell a pizza box with ranch, always. I've only seen 2 people in life dip their ranch pizza in ranch. You should try it. It's common. Yeah, it happened. It's actually not bad. Cause ranch is okay. Ranch is actually, it's a very savory flavor, but it's not that strong. Like if you compare it to vinegar red or vinegar, ranch is a very tame kind of like feeling. It doesn't make your mouth like ooh, like pucker up and stuff like that. I actually like the taste of ranch. To me, ranch is like a slightly creamy salt. It's like if salt had like a creamy flavor to it. That's all ranch is to me, and a little bit of like greens in there, kind of like oniony. But that's not a bad thing. I think it's good. It's perfectly fine. You don't like the taste of ranch? It's so, I feel like it's such a subtle. If you ever had like, do you like sour cream? Sour cream is kind of like ranch, but without the oniony parts. Like tries. I tried ranch once. I started to gag. No fucking way. Okay. Alright. I'm the same way with some like I'm the same way with some condiments like ketchup and mustard. I could never eat that raw. We put ranch. Let's say something that goes well with it. Put ranch with pizza. Try ranch with pizza. Or if you eat ranch on a celery stick and carrot, actually it's not bad. It's the reason why it goes well together, you know. Lamb cabbage stew is my favorite. I want to try more lamb. So I'm gonna drink some more. I actually need more. I think that's there. Hold on. I'm talking more about lamb in a bit. But Local says no because I was actually really excited to try ranch, but I'm not liking it. Okay, that's fair. That's still sad. Ranch is so good. Look, you gotta brainwash yourself to like something. I honestly didn't like fish for a long while. I really wanted to like sushi, like sashimi. Because I was like, oh, that looks cool. I want to eat it. Anything that looks raw, I want to eat. Okay, I know it's not for many people. I like raw things. And the raw food looks appealing. But I didn't like sushi, like sashimi at first, but I forced it down. It's like after a while, it's like I started getting used to like the flavor, and I was like, this is great, and I can eat it any day of the week. It's just different from my expectations were originally. Let me try it again. You gotta change your expectations of it. If you think it's like gonna taste a certain way and it doesn't, even if it's not bad, you probably be like, I don't like it. I think that's how I was. Again, it's different for everyone, but I say give it a shot. Going back to things I've never had, lamb. I've had lamb once, but that was at Fogo de Chão, which in America is a Brazilian steakhouse, which is a chain. So basically, they're kind of like a chain restaurant, by the way. They kind of just sell, like, they just have a bunch of meat on skewers, and you just like, hey, I want that meat, I want that meat, and they have a salad bar and everything like that, and a bunch of breads and stuff. But you're there for the meat. The lamb I had at this restaurant, Fogo de Chão, was interesting because I heard that lamb in America is not as good because it's usually not as fresh and it's kind of a bit more gamier than it is in other countries. So I tried it, was not a big fan, but I really want to like it because it looks delicious, right? So I think if I ever try lamb, I'm not going to say I like or don't like it until I've gone to like Europe or the UK, because I heard in the UK the lamb there is absolutely amazing and I really want to try that. I used to not like ranch, said Flair, but when I went to a restaurant, bought some fries with ranch as dipping, I realized how good it was. It's actually better than ketchup, really. In my opinion, I do enjoy ranch more than ketchup. To me, ketchup is just too sweet. I expect ketchup to be savory, but ketchup is just too sweet for my likings, and it tastes, I don't know, it just doesn't. I'd rather have something with real tomatoes rather than like a paste of tomatoes. Does that makes sense? And also, I didn't like condiments as a kid because I just thought everyone ate condiments and they just made. Alright, I'll explain a bit. I'll explain why I don't like condiments. Let me eat this real quick. Sweet. I never had like an impression of ketchup. Ketchup is actually very sweet. They pump a lot of sugar into ketchup normally too. Like Heinz, there's a lot of sugar in there. Oh. Are 2 ingredients now, or if you count, or 5 if you count water, salt, or whole peppercorns. But the only thing you need is lamb, meat, and cabbage. Well, I don't know if we have good lamb. Like, I don't know if the lamb in America are raised as much or raised as good, because we don't really kind of have lamb as popular here as it is in like Europe. Yeah. About the ranch bar close to my face, started to gag. Never mind. I think you're traumatized because of the cookie and ranch, or cookie and mayo. Any kind of white condiment bottle is probably traumatizing now. I remember that. It was for science. It was for science. Try pizza and ranch for science as well. Oh, I wanted to say though, yeah, ketchup is very sweet, by the way. Especially in America, ketchup is full of sugar. So I don't really like ketchup as much. And to me, ketchup is just traumatizing because. Should I get pizza ranch next time I get pizza? Yeah, usually if you're in America, it'll come in like a little container. And it used to be like either like a honey sauce, a spicy honey sauce, or a ranch cup. Let's see. Ranch traumatizing. I think I'm scared to think what's actually traumatizing. But what dies? I will say, I like ranch. One thing I think is a little bit traumatizing to me is like ketchup and mustard. Because when I was in elementary school, although Donut Elementary School, every kid would get ketchup and mustard when they eat fries or chicken nuggets, whatever they have in American schools, right? We have that stuff all the time. We're American. But whenever kids would throw it out, they would basically, when you go to the trash bin, you have to dump the trays. You smack the trays on the inside of the trash bins to get all the stuff off, right? To me, I always saw that as disgusting. I would look at the inside of the trash, mustard, ketchup everywhere. I look on the trays of the kids who try to clean up their trays. It looks disgusting. It is smattered in ketchup and mustard, and they put that on a table so it can be washed. And then I have to put my tray on their table. And if I get a little bit of that disgusting mix of condiments and trash on my hand, or near me, I would actually freak out because it looked so disgusting, and I associate like ketchup and mustard with like trash or something like that. That's probably why I don't like it as much. I try it now as an adult. The trauma is still a little bit there, but I just genuinely don't like the flavors as much. Like, there's some things I do like honey mustard is technically like mustard, but it's better because the flavors of the honey mustard are more complex, and also just they only taste better than the normal mustard. On topic of trauma, I swear on everything I love, I swear pressure gave me PTSD and trauma. I guess I'll have to play it someday. First, I do have to go though. I got busy things to do. Best of luck here, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye. Well, bye bye, Flair. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I mean, glad you could chill with us. Not too much to talk about. Oh, there's a lot to talk about. There's turret sounds. That sounds amazing. They're everywhere. I play the rolling Roblox game that traumatizes me is Deep Open, because I'll hear a sound in that game, and when I hear like so there's a sound when a monster or a bad person uses a very, very strong hit or critical hit, and every time I hear that, I have like a heart attack. If I'm not seeing what's going on, I have a heart attack. Not the Deep Open. Deep Open gives me straight like actual trauma. That's the same thing for pressure. Because you have a 2,000 hours of pressure. I finally beat it twice. W. Is it a long game? Is pressure a long game, or is it a hard game? Or is it both? Yeah, both? Okay. That's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. An adult sheep can taste very sheepish, more or less. They smell, especially the meat. They smell, especially the meat from around. A sheep can taste sheepish. I like that sound. I would like to try more sheep or lamb meat. One day I'll get there. They like to do 100 doors, like obviously we can do it. Added 15 more doors. Last 15 doors were difficult. So it's just 100 doors plus 15 hard doors. That's not what it sounds like. Crap, that's not pretty hard. Let's save it. We'll play it someday, okay? We'll probably play it someday. It's so difficult. I actually want to quit pressure. Don't quit. Grind. Keep that grind up. Rise and grind. Someday! Finishing the video. Alright. Okay. We'll play Pumpkin Panic next year, which is 2 months from now. Rah! We'll get there. We'll get there. I remember when we started it. It was a bait. Squishy said, hey, you should try this game. Totally not a horror game. It was a bait. It is a big spooky game. I love to play. Actually, I can only play it. That makes it better. That means that I will never play it until the day you least expect it. I'd be like a Mori. I'm never gonna play a Mori. I'm just gonna keep dangling it in front of everyone until they give up. And then I'll tease it again. Bought Mori for no reason? Yep. I 100% bought it just for the April Fools. There's no other reason why I bought Mori just besides April Fools. Loser? No, I think I got a W. That April Fools stream was amazing. I played it for like 10 minutes and ended the stream. It was the best thing ever. Play Mori's again? No. I'm gonna make it like where if you redeem for a Mori, I won't play it. I won't give you another redeem. Don't tell us anyone. if you ever redeem for me to play a more, I'll just say no. I'll veto it. That's a warning for you, local. I want points, channel points for more. Nope, we're never gonna get it. We have to get the Kazoo stream first to bring back everything. We'll do game redeems once Kazoo stream is back. But yeah, no more Amori. Yeah, exactly. So we're waiting. But once I'll always dangle the fact that we have Amori. I'll never play it. Maybe on next April Fools. Maybe we'll make it a yearly tradition when we play on April Fools. But after Kazoo stream, I'm broke. You can compromise with someone. So all points. Oh. Okay. Alright, the drawing, the Halloween Dungeon, first time I drawn Freddy. Really? That's really good. First time, I like it a lot. It's really good. It looks just like Freddy. Some of the Freddy I have in my head is really wide. Since October, Pressure should be updating soon. Maybe we'll play it once it updates. I'll think about it. Honestly, I do want to play a horror game today, but I don't know if I want to play anything. I've been thinking about taking a mini hiatus, a vacation from streaming, but not because I want to take a break. Although I do probably want to take a little time off. I think next week I'm gonna start making a YouTube video. A break, yeah. Because I've been really, as much as I love streaming, take breaks. I do need breaks. It's definitely been a bit more draining lately than usual. Breaks are good, yes. But because of that, I've been thinking about making this really cool YouTube video. And it's gonna be a mix of like those challenge videos. I did this for 7 days, like kind of thing on YouTube, which they're very cancerous and very like basic, and everyone's already done it. But I wanted to kind of make to end stream take off now. Take the game off now. I will, I'll change it to just chatting. We'll probably do a mayo before end stream. But take the day off. I appreciate that. I do. I'll probably go to. I'll try. I might listen to that. But I want to explain the update first. I'll explain what we'll be doing. Because I think anyone who's here will probably understand. Will probably be the only people that know. But I really want to work on making a parody of like challenge videos where people do stuff like, oh, I learned how to draw in 2 weeks, or I spent 60 days learning how to knit, or something like that. But I always hate those videos because they're not creative and everyone has usually the same things. But I had an idea where I want to do a kind of parody of that and mix it where the video is like mostly skits and jokes, right? And a bunch of like kind of like acted out bits. But there's a small portion of the video that's genuine and I'm actually trying to learn how to like do something. So the idea is you will see me in real life, but the idea is to kind of do like a parody, but also make it unique. In a sense, like it's gonna be edited and then like, oh, it's gonna be like, oh, like original, like a Mr. Beast style challenge video. But I want it to end up to be like kind of melancholy Michael Reeves style video with like slower pace. I feel like a lot of videos nowadays are too fast paced, and it's giving too much brain rot and ADHD to everyone on the internet. So I want to make it. I don't really care if it does well. I just want to make a video that's kind of just me and slowed down a bit. You know what I mean? I really take a lot of time to think about what I want to do. I take a lot of time to think about like, well, if I really want to make content, if I really want to start streaming more often, I think I'm gonna have to slow stuff down and be more me. It's not that every time we stream I'm not me, when I'm hyper it's not me, but it's just gets tiring. It's very tiring. So yeah. You gotta take the break? Yeah, go for it. Well, I don't need the break because it'll be like the week off, and I'm gonna take that week to record everything. I'll be recording for like a week straight. So it's like a break, but I'll also be working on the video. And I've been thinking about it, and I've never been so passionate about making a video. I've been writing like bits and very funny skits for it, so it's a new type of format. I really want to see how it goes. And yeah. Not me though. I always like to work. Work too much. You work too much. You also do break. Don't burn yourself out. But because I'm doing this new type of style video, I was thinking, I don't know if I want to do it, but I was thinking about privating every video on the channel and just having this one video be out. Kind of like a new break. Kind of like a new tour, okay? But at the same time, it's like, well, I still want some of my history on the YouTube channel. But I'm thinking I'll probably just private it or make it unlisted so people can still watch it if you have a link. But like you'll have to like dive deep for those videos and like rather than just be publicly available. Breaks for losers. I guess I'm a loser then. Yeah, I really like this idea. It is skateboard related, so I'll have to spend some money on that. But yeah, hopefully it lets me be a little bit more creative and kind of do like more what I enjoy. And I don't want to spend too much time on it. Maybe I'll spend like a month editing at most. I realize I can't be spending too much time on editing, so yeah. Why to screen record the streams I want to save? You know, all the streams most of the streams we have are saved on the Torque VOD channel. I just don't know what they're named. There's like over like 200, like 300 videos on there, and I'm never gonna see like 5% of them. Yeah, I realized there's actual people who look back at their VODs and be like, oh, do this, do that, or how can I make this improve? I've never done that. I think I've done it like a few times in my entire like lifespan of streaming. Only because every time I look back on streams, I'm like, oh, I did that? Oh man. Or like I'll think of it like after I stream, I'll think about the moments that I want to like reflect on. I don't usually like rewatch things to make things different. If I want to though, I like to watch VODs. I like them all because I just find it fun. Yeah, I'm glad you guys find it fun. Mostly because I need something to back always playing. It's why I try listening to podcasts when I go to work. Because I usually work like 8-hour shifts, right? I'm like, oh, I can listen to stuff. I don't want to listen to music all the time. So I listen to podcasts. I found this podcast named Trash Taste. Yeah, it's reals. But I realized I've been listening so much of this one podcast and not multiple podcasts that I've gotten extremely parasocial with the podcast. I started having dreams about it, and I was like, okay, this is bad. I think I need to stop listening to this. Like, I've never found myself, I didn't realize this. Yeah, so parasocial is like, yeah, oh my god, you're like thinking like, I could be on this podcast. I know these people. They're like my best buddies. I'm like, I've never had that before. So severe, at least. Until recently, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta stop listening to this podcast because there's like 200 plus episodes, right? And it's been going on for years, and at this point now, I've listened to I've watched basically like 80 to 90% of the podcast, so that's over like 100 like episodes I've listened to. That's bad, it is. I realize it though, so I'm gonna chill out on it. But it's one of those things where you gotta like. It helped me realize though that I've definitely, when I was younger, I was definitely like, there were definitely been moments where I probably like said or thought about weird stuff online I probably shouldn't say, and like more parasocial things. And it's just one of those things that you don't really know. Like if you've grown up on the internet, it's like you gotta like drill in your head. It's like, don't be weird about this. You gotta stop being weird. You know what I mean? But it's fine. It's okay to fantasize and think, oh man, that's cool. Like, what if it was like this and that? There's a limit. There is a limit, and everyone knows that limit. Just don't make it weird. Don't let it like breach into the real world. Kind of stuff like that. It was so bad though. I think I had a dream once. I was on like their set, and I was doing a podcast with them, and I woke up from that dream. I was like, okay, I need to stop. I think I need to stop watching this podcast for my own health. I'm gonna stop watching podcasts. And so I have. I've been like watching it like less frequently and going back to listening to music. So, you know, plus when I watch them or listen to them, I usually have them like in my ears. I don't watch the video. So I end up just kind of like working slower because I'm thinking about what they're saying on the podcast. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, that is a pretty cool concept. That is a pretty cool topic. And then my boss looks at me like, hey, back to work. I'm like, oh, sorry. Oh, a little bit. Donut Man needs to take care of himself more. Yeah, mental health is crazy. It's just it's just one of those things where at least I've been doing a lot better recently. I'm not saying like I want to take a break because like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted. I've just been more so like tired. I've been doing more things in my life than I've ever done ever, which is cool. I feel I get to do a lot of things, hang out with friends and working on stuff, but definitely exhausting. Definitely exhausting. Breaks are good. Yeah, breaks are good. I think that like probably like a year or two ago, maybe like I was definitely in a really rough place. And my only way to kind of get out of that rough spot was streaming, honestly. So like last year when we streamed like almost every single day, it was almost therapeutic because it helped me get through like, just play games, talk to everyone. But now it's just like, I'm in a much better spot. And I still want to stream more often, but I have bigger things I want to work on soon. Obviously, like if I just stream, I won't be able to like, eventually get dull. So I want to spice things up. Eventually I want to start building a bigger community and spreading out so we can do more bigger things as well. But we'll see when we get there. Lucy, did you see my question, Toro? And it's not fun to be normal. It's more fun to have little nuts in good ways. Yeah, it's fun to be a little crazy. That's why I want to start working on videos that just speak a lot about me. Just all about me. Because then I want to create a community, a bigger community where we can just do more things and have more fun. Streaming should never take your full schedule. If not, yeah, it's not that healthy. Yeah, it was not. But I did miss it. I did miss it when we used to stream every single day. But, I also miss having free time. When we used to stream every day, I definitely had way more free time. But now that we, like, my job schedule has changed, life is a bit different, I definitely can't stream as much. I do miss it. I do want to stream more again. But I haven't really found any like good streaming ideas. Like not much things to play really. We've just been doing a lot of Roblox. And Roblox, as fun as Roblox is, it gets boring to obviously play Deep Oaken for the 50th time. You're not streaming on Thursdays is actually a lifesaver. Is it? I bet people miss Thursdays. We even just did Monday, Wednesday, Fridays again. I wish we had weekend streams, but I've been super busy on weekends. Usually just outside of the house doing stuff. That's why I almost never check the Discord anymore. It's just really hard to keep up with Discord and real life events. Plus, I think it's more better for my health if I don't check Discord every once in a while. It is, Lamau. I'm busy after school with the after school thing almost all Thursdays. Well, fair enough. Looks like it worked out for the best. Hey. Yeah. I think it's interesting. I remember when we used to change schedules so often. We used to do morning streams, we used to do streams on weekends, and we used to get different crowds of people at different times. But now that we've streamed so consistently at a consistent time, it's usually only like you Loco, Blue, and like Skittle, and maybe Kai who can and a few others that can usually come out. That's only usually because around this time you guys are the most free. But I know that especially people who live across the different like parts of the world, like when we start streaming Koku, it's like 7 a.m. for Koku, and like probably like midnight for like I don't know, like Milky or something like that, as well as like our stream schedules. We don't like interact with Stellar as much because Stellar usually streams on like off times, or people we usually like collab with like Nyx is probably more busier. We don't like overlap our streams as much anymore. Before when we used to stream every day, we definitely catch them because we stream around the same time and I'd be there every day, but now it's just harder. Speaking of which, we were streaming today. Around this time I was gonna have an art request, so I just started playing you in the background. Yeah, okay, that's like perfect, man. It's like perfect timing. It's good. But yeah. One thing also like I'm really working on is I'm also not trying to miss one of your streams. So yeah, Don't worry. Streams are usually consistent. I always try to make a Monday, Wednesday, Friday stream, no matter how I'm feeling. I think we'll always start with like those throughout the week. If I feel extra free, I'll do a Tuesday and Thursday stream. But it's always I want to have always a stream like a few times a week, like consistently. But you know, the more I stream, the more I got to stop. Like I try to look less at the numbers and people who come to streams and everything like that. And I think it's one of those things where I learned recently that when you get to a bigger audience, a bigger community, if you're still worried about that stuff when you get to a bigger community, the more it's gonna mess you up. And sometimes that makes me think, oh, I'm kind of grateful I don't blow up, because if I blew up and I hit like 1 million views on one video, or like someone rated me with 1,000 viewers, I think the crash would be hard. It would hurt more, and it would be much harder to deal with than the highs of whatever I've gotten. I actually like our small community. I do too. I appreciate it so much. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. We're such a small community, but I always like to think, right? There's a lot of YouTubers who got a big jump or a big who got a big they pop off and they get trendy for a little bit, and they've never had to deal with a big community before or any community before, and now suddenly they have everything. And usually those people, they have trouble dealing with like, how do I continue this progress? How do I stay relevant? Or how do I stay happy with this newfound like high? You know, and obviously like everyone talks about it, but you always try to chase that high. And everyone who's at the top says, don't chase that high. It's not worth it. It's gonna make you stressed. But no one really I feel like no one can really, like, you can't really, what's the word? Comprehend that feeling until you're there. You're like, oh yeah, I'll be fine, you know, until it happens. You're like, I'm not gonna be fine. I think I had to realize that recently. Where like I'm saying I realized that recently. There's a lot of realize. But it's some of the things you got to consider when you're starting to make bigger communities or just try to make bigger moves, because if you're not ready for that stuff, it's going to be hard and you're probably never going to recover mentally. Yeah, it's a big communities, and so most of the time people who handle the community seem stressed, but that's the internet for you, I guess. Yeah, exactly. That's why sometimes I don't always I'm usually not free to check the Discord every time, but I'll check every once in a while, and I don't interact too much because you know, I just don't have time to. And also, like, there's some things where I also just don't know what to say in a community guideline, like in a community like Discord. I don't know what to say sometimes or how to like react. I guess this is why streamers always have moderators or admins to like moderate their stuff, because they're like, sometimes they do the dirty work and sometimes they just know how to moderate, you know. It's just less stress for the person who's at the, you know, streaming or content creating. Not knowing what to say is so real. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's always okay to say I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I don't think I can comprehend it. There's a lot of things like that. I mean, honestly, as long as you always try, you know. I think I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I want to try to take my career to be less focused on just pure growth. Because I think, honestly, I always struggle with, like, do I want to make content because I want to be big? Do I want to make content because I want to make content? It's always like a battle. Because you're like, obviously, you want to make content because you like, enjoy it. But you also want to get big so you can keep enjoying what you're doing. And that's such a dilemma that a lot of small YouTubers and content creators always think about. And I think for me personally, it's one of those things where it's like, it can, like, ruin the experience for you. I tried some drama I don't want to be involved in yesterday. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when it comes to like drama and stuff, if you think you can say something to improve or like take a side you're really strong with, then do that. It's okay. I think it's okay to do that and then accept the consequences afterwards. Maybe change afterwards, rather than to do nothing. Because sometimes when you just do nothing and you let things go through, it can be pretty bad, you know. I mean, it depends on the drama too. If it's really not involved with you and you really have nothing to do with it, don't fucking touch that. If you really have like nothing to like say, or they're not even talking about you, and it's like if you don't include anything, then it's not gonna change shit. Then don't touch it. But if you do have like some part in it, that it's probably like, even if you don't want to, you still have some responsibility. That's how I felt whenever I have drama with friends, and I'm like, ah, fuck, I probably should have done something instead of nothing, you know. Someone got dragged into it though, so I don't know. That's on you. I mean, you make your decisions. You live and learn. Whatever decision you'll make, you'll probably regret anyways. But that's the part of the experience, you know. There's some things you'll regret. There's some things you'll like, oh, like, you know, I'm glad I did this. So just know that when you make a decision, it's gonna hurt. But it's just part of learning, you know. Yeah. It's a lot to think about when people make content. Oof. Yeah. Toro therapist moment real. Well, I don't know. These are just things I always think about. I saw you play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate yesterday. I wanted to play with you, but I couldn't. And yeah, some honestly Discord makes me think, what the hell is this? What's going on here? Yeah. Okay. Also, I was playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because I was bored and I was destroying some people, and some people would definitely rage quit. It was fun, but there's a lot of things where I don't interact with some people just because I feel like if I interact with them more, it'll go down the line of uncertainty or bad future. It's like when you play like a multiple choice game. Doesn't mean you have to like be mean to people, but obviously like if I need to cut people off, I'll probably cut people off if it comes to it. How to boost a server in Discord is what I searched up. I think our server's got a boost in it. I'm so certain we have like badges and like server boosts. Let me check. Oh no, we're not actually. All right, never mind. Broke. Server broke. Just check. We have like one boost. Might be me. I don't know who's boosting. Oh man, I think the toughest part is like in Discord communities is when you kind of disagree or something, but you don't know how to like say I disagree with that respectfully. I think that's one of those things I'm still working on, honestly, and I still don't know what to say. So I'm kind of just thinking about it, or just letting it pass. Sometimes it'll pass. I think here's some Torque lore, but I used to Boost is crazy. Here's some Torque lore, but I used to play a lot of games when I was younger. I never really streamed. I'll tell one story. When I was a little donut, I played a lot of Minecraft. But there was this one Minecraft server where it's like I don't know what to call it. It's like a creative server, but everyone gets a plot of land, which means you get a small section or small square of land. And in that small section, you could do whatever you want. You could build pixel art, which a lot of people did. A lot of people built their Minecraft models, but as giant scale on their lands. Some people did stuff like, oh, let's do a skin pageant contest where you have your Minecraft skin matched up with other people's Minecraft skins, and you sit down on these podiums, and the person who owns the event will be like, I judge you. I think you're one of the better skins. You go up to the next podium and stuff like that. Fun stuff, right? And I remember I used to like do this a lot, and I made friends on this one Minecraft server, and we used to like Skype call. I remember we Skype called a few times, and this was like when I was really young, by the way. And luckily, these kids were also around the same age or younger than me. So I was like, oh, okay, this is like my online friends. Like one of my first instances of like online friends. Yeah, oof, friends. I know. It was weird because I'm not that old, but I'm also not that young. So this was one of the times where it's not common to make online friends, but I didn't think of it like that. I thought it was normal because I grew up playing like laptop games and everything like that. So it was very interesting to kind of meet these people. I Skype call them like every once in a while. We used to like face cam. It was really weird, right? And we became decent friends for like the summer I played with them. But then after that, I just never talked to them again. I don't know what happened. I I don't know, because I never really chatted with them. I never really texted them. I still have like one of them, like these friends, like now 10 years later, I still have them like on my friends list on my Steam, but I don't know if they remember me, honestly. I wonder what happened. Honestly, maybe it's just kids not being responsible, not knowing how to maintain like friendships. Because I think I look back and I think about it, and it's like, you know, I meet a lot of people, I meet a lot of friends, but I don't always keep in touch with all of them, which is also not that bad. Kids being kids, yeah, but I mean, adults do this too. You can have the connections, right? You don't have to be texting someone or calling them every single day, right? That's what you know. What if they're old dudes? No, I heard the voices. They were kids. If they were old dudes, that'd be definitely. Well, actually, hold on. I'll tell you another story later. All right. But that made me think. This is probably one of the reasons why, in my school years, like in real life, I've met a lot of people, and I was never afraid to say hi or greet people no matter what group they were in, right? I didn't care. I just liked meeting people. But I never really kept too much in touch with them outside of the school or even outside of like as an adult now, to be honest. But like, it's always nice to have like acquaintances or friends you just say hi to every once in a while, you know? And then I realized like, oh, I should be saying hi to people all the time. But no, it's not really like that. It's really like, you can just meet people and be like, hey, I know you, you know me. And if you want to go out, like grab a drink or something every once in a while, that's fine. Kids don't drink. If you're underage, don't drink, by the way. I'm just saying drink as a general term, okay? Like maybe grab a coffee or something. I don't know. But yeah, no drinking, alright? I know you're all underage, okay? Except for you, Long. But you know, I just realized it's just like one of those things where, especially I learned as an adult, someone told me once, is that you don't have to be close and message people all the time, especially work buddies or like buddies from school. Like in a cafe, okay. Well, my fault. I'm a bit weird, a bit old. But I realized you don't need to keep a relationship, like talk to everyone all the time. You only do that to the people who are really, really close to you, and you enjoy spending the most time with them. That's the important part. If you have friends you love being with and you talk to them all the time, then you should talk to them and you should try to like spend time with them and get to know them, or even outside of like normal like work or school events. You know, that's it. Skill issue. I talk to more than 20 people a day. You know, I used to do that too. I definitely used to do that in high school, all right? But I'm a bit old now. Everyone's busy, and our lives are just not, intertwined every day like it is in school. So, yeah, it's what happens when you get old. But yeah, I just realized that you shouldn't have to stress about it too much. Obviously, like, people will remember you, and if they don't, they will eventually. If you get quick commit, just don't overthink it. And sometimes I still think though, what happened to those kids I met when I was younger? I still don't know. Two of them, I was like the group of there's 3 other people. 2 of them were on my Skype friend list. I haven't even touched Skype. I haven't touched Skype in a decade. If I don't know what a Skype is, oh jeez. And one of them is on my Steam friend list, which I've never even messaged in a decade as well. So it's crazy. I don't know if they remember me. Most of the time I am busy, but I try to make my day to talk to people. Lol. They become gangsters! Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us. But it's nice to talk to people. It's just really nice. Actually, I used to talk to people a lot in my schools. But some of the closest quote-unquote friends I used to have in my schools were very much introverts. Very like, they didn't socialize with as many people. They only talked to people in their own group, which is fine, right? I don't think you should be forced to move out of your comfort zone. But they kind of, like, I don't know, in a joking sense, but felt kind of also like real. Like, closest quote unquote. They used to joke around like, oh my god, you're such a popular kid, you're talking to everyone. I was like, what? No, shut up. I was like, why what? No, I just like meeting people, and they would act like almost kind of like semi-jealous when I would go sit at a different lunch table just for that day, because I'm like, I want to meet some other friends too. And they're like, wow, you're so cool, you're at the other table. I'm like, what? I still say hi. I come back here, and they're like, out of everyone, I still come back here. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. So I don't know. I think about it. Back then, I was like, I felt bad. What a Well, I'll allow this time. I think about it. I retrospectively go back. I'm like, no, what the fuck? Why would they say that? It's like they're in high school. Everyone's in school and kids and stuff like that. Like, joking or not, like, it is what it is. I really don't care about it too much anymore. I don't socialize that often anymore as well. So I kind of walk to school in my school hallways without having to wave at someone every second. Lamau. No. Wait. That was literally me as well. That's probably why like some friends hated it because what is it? I was obsessed with just like meeting people and saying hi, like if I knew them. Yeah, the Toro core is real. Cause I always felt it was awkward to not say hi to someone if you knew them. Like what I like to stare at people. I don't intentionally do it, but I just have a staring problem where I stare into people. And so if I stare at them and I know them and I walk by and I don't say anything, I feel that's awkward to me. So I would just say hi to everyone I pass by. Like I don't want to be mean, exactly, right? I do the exact same thing. So when I walk past someone, I always just say hi. Even if I'm with another friend, I'm walking and talking with them, mid-conversation, I'm like, oh, yo, what's up, dude? And I realize it's a little bit disrespectful, but it's not that serious, right? It's like, oh, it's just like saying hi. But this became an issue when this became an issue, like I realized this happened twice now. Where I would just leave people who are important to me just to say hi to people or hang out with someone else. I'll tell you this funny first story where I went to homecoming in my school and this one girl asked me out. I didn't really want to go out to the dance with them, but they were the first person that asked. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Don't think it's special. They asked everyone. Like they ask everyone and they get into relationships with everyone. Okay. So this is not special with just me. All right. They're very, what's the word? Infatuated with a lot of people. So I was like, okay, I knew that. I heard about that. It's like, I'm not going to overthink it. I met them at the dance. Like, oh, hey, really cool to see you here. You know, like at that. Wow, let's go inside with a group of friends. It's gonna sound really mean. I end up leaving her to go dance with my brother and other friends at the homecoming. I was like, yeah, this is dope. This is our first ever dance and everything. And then like an hour, half an hour, like I would check up on them probably like every half hour or so. I came back once, like an hour or two ago, and she's just crying. I don't know if it was my fault. It probably wasn't. It might have been. It could have been. But this was like freshman year of high school. But she was crying, talking to one of my buddies, right? And he's comforting her. And I was like, oh, she's crying. Oh, but he's got it. He's taking care of her. I'm gonna go back to the dance floor and hang out with my brother, right? And I think about that, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of fucked up. Whoopsies. But I don't feel regret because the buddy who was he's a friend of mine who was talking to her, like after that year, he was. I like to joke around. Hey, remember that person? You know. We'll call him like Carrie. I don't know, like Max. We'll call him Max. We'll call her Max. You remember Max, dude? And then my guy friend, he's like, don't talk about it. Let's not talk about it, because it did not go well. Apparently, the relationship was pretty bad. I think she might have been obsessive or something. And I was like, you know what? I dodged a bullet, and I gave that bullet to my homie over there. So, you know, sorry, bud. Yeah. Oh, my homecoming day is crying. Is crying. Oh, wow. That sounds really, really bad. But let's be honest. I dodged a bullet. All right. I was fine. After that night, I didn't really overthink it. I still didn't overthink it. But there was one moment. Okay. This is this is a new story now. This is like years later. I'm done with high school. Right. We're going to this event. And this is an event, a public event with like a bunch of people that I've been to school with. Right. But, you know, I haven't talked to many of them because this is after high school and everything. And I'm there with Miss Torque, you know, the Miss Torque that made me food, the one that's with me right now. And I do my thing where I'm like saying hi to people all the time. Miss Torque is not so like outgoing. She's very nice. She loves talking. Yeah. But I did the same thing where like, oh, like I leave Miss Torque's side to go say hi to our friend, right? Who is also like a female. But I just like saying hi to people, right? And Miss Torque was so hurt, and I that was the moment I thought to myself, and I was like, oh, I really got to start thinking about like how people feel, because she was very hurt about that, and I think to myself, oh yeah, that's kind of a dick move. I apologized to her. I kissed her on the feet, you know, like very romantic thing to do. Should I be laughing? Well, it's you know, it's all in the past. You know, we're all grow from this stuff. And I realized that these are things that, like, you know, I should be focusing on the people who are close to me. Instead of, when you grow up, you should really learn on you know, forging the bonds you have close to you and making them stronger, you know, before anything else. Because I used to always have a bunch of, like, light bonds with people. And I'm still really, like, good friends with people. But obviously now I'm growing up. This Miss Torque is a big part of my life. And I have to take that more seriously and interconnect that with, like everything else I do, you know. I just want to make them feel left out, though. You know, in high school, I definitely feel that. But if you're like, say, in a relationship with someone, or you haven't talked to them in a while, it's okay to be like, hey, you know, like, I can't, you know, maybe like I'll wait and I want to say hi, or at least just let the person know, like, hey, I gotta go say hi to someone. I kind of just left to go say hi to someone, and that's kind of that's something you don't want to do, you know. You romance, yeah. Funny thing is, I didn't want to date anyone until I left high school because I wanted to wait till I was in college. Didn't happen. But now Miss Torque is the one and only that I've been with since probably my junior year, which is the third year of high school for Americans. But yeah, W loyalty. Yeah, exactly. And we've been together for almost 5 years now. We're getting into our 5th year soon. No, wait. 21. We're getting used close to our 4th year. Wait, shit, 3rd year. We're getting close there. No, wait, no, not 3rd year. 1, 2. Wow, I'm so bad on our anniversary. I know the date. I just remember the year for a second. Oh, I'm so bad. 5th year. No, it is 5th year. It is the 5th year. I was right. Originally 5th year. Close enough. But yeah. So it's one of those things where, like, you have to accept that, like, what you think about, like, social standards and everything like that, well, I was close enough, you gotta change it as you grow. Like, obviously, it's like, there's some things, you know, you should say hi to people, right? But you have to, if you still want to say hi to people and your circumstances are different, you gotta tackle it a different way. You can't always do the same thing for everything as you grow up. And that's just a part of growing, you know what I mean? That's the part of learning experiences and everything like that. And there's other things where, like, for a long time in my life, I wanted to do something, but I was scared to do something. And I didn't know how to leave this. I didn't know how to leave this little hole I got myself stuck in. So I end up just filling the hole with TNT and exploding it myself, so I can get blasted out of it and straight into the next fire, outside the hole. I got blown out of the hole and landed in fire. So that taught me a few things, and yeah. Oh, it's very specific. I love my metaphors. It's a very, like, but it's a very good thing for me because I learned so much because of doing that. Obviously, don't do it if you can't. If you don't have TNT or your body can't take the explosion, don't fill the hole with TNT. Find a different way to climb out. But I felt comfortable enough that I could light that hole up, and I survived. I am better, but I'm still a bit on fire, and I'm still on fire right now. So we'll pat the fires out as we get through the years. Still very young, by the way. I haven't TT. I'll blow my body up. Yeah. Oh god, that's a real bomber moment right there. But I think it's one of those things that's also really hard to determine, because I think for me personally, when I struggle a lot telling myself, can I do this? Can I not do this? And it's always that struggle where you're like, oh, should I or should I not? That makes you waste time. And so instead of struggling to waste that time of thinking whether I should or not, after a certain point in my life, I just said do it. Because it's what is, to me, is how do you grow the most rather than just doing things. Making mistakes is how you grow too, by the way. That's why I was telling myself I could do anything. That's my motivation. That is motivation. Right there. You said it yourself, local. You just gotta do stuff. Because if you're doing nothing, you're not learning anything. But if you're doing something, and even if it's bad, like you fuck up really, really bad, you learn something. You know what I mean? Jebel moment. Still hate that boss. I'm never gonna finish Deltarune. I still need to finish Deltarune. I forgot we have episode 2 to start. I know. We'll do it another day. We'll finish it another day. I can do anything. Exactly. Jebel is awesome. I can't believe I spent a whole stream trying to fight Jebel. Took too many hours on my day to do that. Great boss though. Anyways, but yeah, I think it's one of those things where a lot of people, especially in high school, and I think specifically as we're growing in our new generation, they're scared to do things because if they go out of the norms, it might. Well, that's just life. If you go out of the norm, you just might fail. But there's nothing wrong with failing. I think that's something people gotta learn. Oh, you're gonna finish Deltarune and not play Mori? Die. Yep. Never gonna finish Deltarune. I mean, never gonna finish Mori. Never gonna finish Mori. Gonna finish Deltarune. Whoopsies. But yeah. There's still a lot of things learning. I'm still young. This is all I learned in what I can. There's still so many things that I'm definitely afraid to look at, or things I still have hard times motivating myself to do. And even learning all the stuff I've learned to this point, there's still so much I need to learn. And I think there's no way I can be like, yeah, I got this. Because as much as you tell yourself you do, you don't. It's just all gonna hurt or heal one way or another. And that's just something you gotta go through. It's just part of life. It's just how it is. It's never gonna get easier. But it's never gonna get hard. It's never gonna be harder as well. Oh, it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be easy. It's just how life is. But in most times I'm hyper and annoying because I like to motivate myself that being positive is a good thing. Yes, it is. I love being positive because you know what? Rooting my core to being positive is what gets me through a lot of things. Obviously, there's a lot of harsh reality to how the world is built and how we live in it. But if you have that belief that something good can come out of it, then you can push through anything. That's what I tell myself. Reels, exactly. But it's also really hard. I'm very pessimistic, more than people think. I grew up with a very pessimistic mindset, to be quite honest. But it's always a battle between my being very pessimistic and also being positive. I want to be positive for the betterment of myself, but I grew up being very pessimistic because of how people told me how real life can be, you know? Like if I had an essay due in 30 minutes from now, I would make it a perfect essay. Well, I would do the same thing, but I'd tell myself I could do it, and then I actually turn it in and I get like a D, but you know, or maybe like a C. I was like a CB student. I would do my best. But yeah. Oh man, we've been yapping for like an hour and a half. All I need is that motivation. That's right. A beastin'? Yeah, I was okay. If I really took school seriously and I really cared, I could get easy A's. I couldn't be bothered. Yapping streams are cool. I love yapping. It's like therapy for myself, but it's free. I love yapping. I love yapping streams. Also, I did a lot of what is it? Hey, I did a lot of not extracurricular. I did a lot of higher education stuff. So anything that's like HP, which is like higher educational, like maths or English, I always did. Or we have a thing in America called AP classes, and that's for like college classes or college work material, but in high school. But a B is actually I don't even know if people care for school anymore. If our current generation, everyone just wants to be YouTubers or TikTokers or streamers, but they don't teach that in school. They don't, trust me. Yeah, I mean, there's some classes that video making classes. I think they're slowly popping up in schools now, but even then, it's like everyone wants to be a content creator, and I always think about that. The competition is tough nowadays, but are people ready to be a content creator? Yeah, reels. Yeah, I think there's something that fame does to a person that no one can really study or always be prepared for. Even me, if I somehow blew up one day, I had 1 million subscribers, and I always had tens of thousands of people watching me like every time I live stream, I definitely change, and I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. I'm just praying I'll be fine and I can handle it. But realistically, I don't know. You know? Like I have good hopes that I'll be fine, and I'll work to always make sure I can handle that stuff if it ever happens, if like in that scenario if it happened. But you know, you never, yeah, it's the goal. It's the goals. You'll never really know. The only people who will know are the people who are close to me, and if they see me change, or you guys, local, you're in the chat. If I ever someday become like in a year or two like really really popular, you can tell me how much I've changed or not. So you know, you gotta have that strong iron will to be the same person. You know what I mean? Yes, exactly. Anyone who's here right now, you can tell me. But I try not to think about that too much because I'm just enjoying things the best I can. So yeah. I actually like writing essays. I like writing too. That's what my old donut shell videos used to be about. Just writing about video games I played and I enjoyed. Don't do that anymore though. My writing skills are very rough now. But yeah. What a yapping stream we had. I think I'm gonna end it. I gotta use the bathroom. Probably go to the gym later. Writing is fun for me. I don't know. I think writing is still fun for me too. I just never write as much. I write scripts for video ideas, but it's been a while. But yeah, yapping stream. Okay. W stream. Thank you guys. W, you local, and anyone else in the chat. It's always nice. I appreciate you coming to a lot of streams too, dude. It's chill. I was like chilling, talking. I don't think I'd probably stream if like there was not like one person there to come talk with. But yeah, we'll be back Wednesday, maybe Tuesday if I feel like it. Most likely be back just Wednesday. Don't expect a Tuesday stream. And get that art commissions done. Do your homework. I know you're probably behind on some. I won't forget that. Yeah, no worries. Don't kill yourself over it though. The only stream I've missed so far is probably that one time you streamed very early. Yeah, no, I remember I streamed like really early in the day. I forgot to mention that. I did like a day before, like reminder, and you missed it. Very behind. All right, well, I'll leave you to it. I will change to the end screen for anyone who's here. It'll be like going on for like a minute or a few seconds before I end the stream. I will send this playlist too, because by the way, this playlist is very goated. I mean, it's called Tuesday Soundtrack. Bam. Amazing. I've been finding these lo-fi, like, chill playlists recently, and they've been pretty good. I don't know why they popped up in my things, but, you know, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll steal the playlist. Honestly, you should. I've made a playlist for like, playlists now. It's not even a joke. You might not. Well, you enjoy it. You can take that as you want. It's not mine. And we got you on the next stream. Maybe we'll actually play a game. We'll see. Still have to figure that out. But bye, everyone. See you local. And anyone else in the chat who's here, by the way. See you, Blue. See you, Kai. See you, Lung. And see you, Flair. That's what who says who's online still, anyways. W stream. W chat. W to you guys. Bye bye now. Have a good week. Woo!